Hi guys, Bakamaru here with Razor Gaming. We're playing Warframe. It's a new third-person shooter. It's currently in beta right now, but we found the control scheme's a little lacking, so we're going to do a quick tutorial with your 3 different weapon types that you can carry. You can press Y to switch between your sidearms and your main weapon. You can also press right bumper to use melee, as you saw me do there. You can string together a small combo of melee attacks. Their damage is pretty weak, far and wide. The best attack is to hold your melee attack and do those stronger strikes. Those are going to do a lot more damage, and on most smaller enemies, if you don't kill them, will stun them. With your assault weapons and your sidearms, right trigger is to fire, the standard. Well, I use a controller, so it's standard for me. But your standard control scheme to fire with your mouse, it'll be your left mouse button. You can also use right mouse button or left trigger to zoom. And real quick, we're just going to show a little bit of combat. See those powerful attacks, splitting people in half. Gotta love it. It's always cool. Use a bow staff or some of the heavier blunt weapons. You send them flying. I love those as well. I may put a video up of those a little bit later. Basically what we're doing is we're on a ship and we're going to kill everything. The mission types are not that varied. One of the guys we play with compared it to Killing Floor just because it is kind of a mindless slaughter. Go through, kill everything, collect mods that you can use on weapons or your armors. Collect credits you can use to purchase new weapons or to purchase new parts, things like that. That guy snuck up on me, sorry about that. Alright, for movement, you can sprint, slide, jump, and you can combine those together in some really wacky ways. I believe I turn around here in a second and show one of them that amuses me the most. Sprinting, sliding, attacking. That often fires past people, but hey, that's fine. Even rolling and jumping to get further distance and get out of bad situations. While sliding, you can shoot your weapons. You can zoom. It's a little wonky, but it does work. Saw me there destroying a little green crate. Rule of thumb, anytime you see anything bright green in these stages, if you can make it out through the bloom, it's either a way to go, or if it's on an object, it's something you can destroy, or a locker that you can open. Here around the corner you see this little stand. If I smash it open, it'll spew out credits, or ammo, or health, or energy orbs. Energy we will use for our special attacks. But those are unique to every armor suit. I'm playing as Excalibur currently, so that would be the melee focused, although not so much as Rhino, which seems to be a tank. We're all still working on getting towards that. There you go, did a sliding slice, managed to catch him on the backswing on that, split him in twain. The maps have very simple objectives. It's always go here and pick this up, or go here and kill this boss, or eliminate all units. Right now we're showing a pretty basic setup. We don't have any unique modifiers going on in the map. Normally you can have anything from the ship being frozen over and ice being everywhere, which causes your energy and armor to be halved. I'm not sure why that is exactly, but that's how it works. To the ship being on fire with various hazards that can set you alight, that will hurt you very badly, so avoid fire. And to our personal favorite, Infestation. Infestation being a mode where whenever you go in, everything's kind of reminds you of the Flood from Halo. They're just kind of giant, nasty creatures, various effects that they do. And they're quite a pain in the neck to fight. Once again, everything green, something you can go through, something you can access. Saw me before opening up a locker here using the elevator. The elevators do take a while to pull up, depending on how far down they are. The ones that are really far down will drive you crazy. So far, we're really liking the game. The experience system works well. I mean, the combat works fine. There are some complaints, but we're still in a beta. You can get beta keys at various websites. I'll provide a link below where y'all can get that and where you can download the game itself, as well as a brief explanation for the order in which you need to do everything. You saw me use some of my special attacks there. With my controller setup, that is left bumper, right bumper for my melee. And here you see the shields. top right-hand corner, you'll see a small number. I'm just sitting here letting myself take damage. And then you see that switches over to red. When you see your character switch over to red like that, you're now taking health damage. That does not regenerate. For that, you will have to pick up orbs for. But if you give it enough time, your shield will, there we go, boost itself back up. And I decided I've had enough of these guys, and I'm going to deal with it. As my shields and health are kind of low, I'm going to abuse my special attacks, which allow me to teleport and cut most enemies down in one swing. And there we go. I'm awesome. I'm great. I have defeated the bad guys. And now I'm just going to wait here for a moment for my shield to recharge back up before we finish talking about the game. We're also missing another enemy type here that we will not go over here. We'll go over in another video, but they like to use electronics, so they'll focus on security cameras, turrets, locking down doors so that you have hack systems to get in. All enemies will do that, but they seem to do it significantly more. There you see the sliding attack does not do as much damage as my power attack because I didn't one-hit kill him. However, it's still useful. As it gets you behind the enemy, it gets their gunfire off of you for a little bit. Time to sneak around. Here, I've got a door that's locked, so I've got to use the hack system. This is completed by aligning all of the symbols together. You do have a time limit. We've never actually failed one, but all it normally would do is boot you out, and then have to have you restart it with a different configuration. For mouse, it's right and left mouse button to change how those patterns go. With controller, I could not tell you. I switch to my mouse as soon as that happens because it is too annoying to switch tiles using my controller. It is much easier to use a mouse for those sections. Otherwise, I would honestly say to use a controller to play the game with. It makes the controls a lot smoother. Especially being in third person, I've always found third person very awkward with a keyboard and mouse. That's personal preference, of course. Do whatever's more comfortable for you guys.
Now get the hell out of here.
There, I finally collected the objective. It's now time for me to leave. This is a raid mission, which means you will get to an objective, collect it, and then you'll have to get your way out as quickly as possible. And there I've died. Hubris has gotten the best of me. However, with the revive system, you can carry up to 4 revives. Those are repurchasable should you use your daily allotted amount. However, if you're trying to avoid spending actual money on this game and just looking to have some good fun until you feel the developers out and see if there's something you're willing to support, if you just wait, every day you will be restored your revives. So my advice is play with friends. They can revive you if you get downed. That'll make it much easier for you to continue playing, as opposed to dying on a stage and then having to go back through the slog of murdering everyone to try to get back to where you were. I do not know if you die and quit out to restart a mission, if you keep your progress and your experience and rewards or not. We've never done that. Most of us so far have played in groups, and we've always managed to keep each other up, or always have one of those daily revives so we can get ourselves back up and get back in the fight. There you see the electricity mod on my rifle. Makes it stun enemies a little easier. It does a little bit of extra damage. Like we've said so far, we really do enjoy this game. It's been a blast. Hasn't really been anything that we've had to seriously complain about. Some small control issues, like you saw me trying to grab the ledge there and missing, or like this here, where I'm too close to that guy in front of me to actually hit him. I have to step back a little bit to actually hit him with the blade. But other than some small interaction problems, the game is fairly polished. One of the other issues we have that we assume will be addressed, but then again the game is a 700 meg download, making an extremely small file as far as online games go, is the environment. This environment is very cool. It's very Mass Effect-y, Dead Space-y, you know, anything you can think of that has kind of a space feel to it. This pretty much ticks all the boxes. Unfortunately, these seem to be the only boxes they're interested in ticking. We have not seen any other environments. We've played a good portion into the game. We have by no means completed it. But so far we've only seen the one environment, the spaceship. They do go and edit the tiles and change it up so that it's not always so monotonous, always the same. But regardless, I mean, I said that earlier, but We have had the occasion where later in the game we will find a room that we've never seen before, that has been attached onto 55 rooms that we have seen before. But with that said, the game is quite polished, quite nice. If you can play it on high, it looks great. Enemy character models, I'm not particularly fond of their style. They all look like they're peg-leg pirates to me. They all have these very pointy struts that they walk on. That's even more exacerbated with the robotic units that we'll see in hopefully another video, assuming you guys enjoyed this one.
Let's get going.
There we go. Slid back behind him. Of course, that attack didn't kill him, as I said earlier. These power attacks, that's why you see me use them so much with this character, is they wreck. They do tons of damage. They're switching to the dual pistols. Headshots do more damage on these specific types of enemies. There are different weak points for the different enemies. The little robot walkers will be weak on their backpack unit. And when you see the flood-like infection, or infestation, I guess is what it was actually called, appears to be, oddly enough, there's a bright red knee pad they all wear on their right knee, so when they're charging you, your left. And if you shoot that knee pad a couple of times, their leg blows off and they fall over, which makes them significantly easier to deal with, considering their main modus operandi is to sprint, get to you, and explode. Which is very unfortunate, because that explosion will stun you. Here you see one of the more awkward and annoying pieces of the game. Dual control doors. It will require you and a teammate to be on either side of the door to open it. If you're playing by yourself, thank God, you can just open it. Why they felt the need to keep those in when playing solo, I do not know, as it feels like the maps are random every time. Like this time, I felt like this map was significantly different than it had been. This is one of the very early maps. And I don't recall it being this long, nor having this many enemies. That's why you see me abusing that power attack again. To slide through, I finally said, screw it, I've had enough. So I'm just kind of sprinting out of the fight, sliding, jumping, dodging, whatever I can do to keep the bullets from hitting me. Checking out a locker here, we've got some ammo packs. For y'all's information, if you're interested in the different kinds of weapons, you can carry the one main weapon, as we just said earlier, the shotgun and the sniper rifle. Sniper rifle is one seems like everybody's going to go for. I wanted to go for it myself. We had one of our players, Sleep, who you might catch in one of our videos later, get the sniper rifle. And he said at first he did not like it at all. He said it controlled very poorly. He was having a very hard time getting shots off with it. And then after he played with it for a little bit, he realized it was ridiculously overpowered and amazing. It does carry limited ammunition at base, 60 rounds, and I believe it's a 4-round mag with a very long reload time. But the sniper rifle and the shotgun will have the most ammo scattered about for them, because most players will play with the assault rifle that they start with, giving you the ability to collect more ammo and always be stocked up, because your friends will likely as not be picking up that kind of ammo. The shotguns are very effective. You won't see me using those. I'm not a big fan of them. I stay with just the starter rifle because I spend most of my money modding my sword and my pistols. I tend to pick up the objectives, which restrict me to using a pistol unless I choose to drop the packet that you have to pick up. And that'll be the end. End here every time is these rooms, these weird silhouettes carved out in them. When the whole party gets close enough, you'll begin to exit mission complete. See, I racked up a little bit of experience, nothing that impressive. Well, that's Warframe in a nutshell. We'll do some more videos for it, but you guys let me know what you think. In the comments, if you have any questions, let us know.